Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3. Last time around we fought a great battle here, and now the remnants of the Russian army is scattered across the mountain range. But they're not entirely defeated, and so hopefully we'll do that. But as it stands right now, they're stuck in the snow, while we can replenish our men from, because we control not only the road and the supply depot, but the town and the entire region. And we control this bridge as well, so they're completely fucked. Unless they, of course, get some kind of deal going with the Turks, so they can move through there. But the Turks might... I think the Turks... They were at war with them. The trade partners. And they're actually allied. So they could sneak through there, possibly. But without further ado, let's go ahead and end turn and see what our enemy's up to. Most importantly, the Russians. I have the possibility of making quite a few gains along the ground here. But there's gonna be quite a few battles still with the Russian forces. Okay, so the Russians went in, they took that. There's a full stack standing in our way for the Belgian army to continue on to Smolensk. And we've got a small force here, which, why not, we'll destroy it. And they are gone. We got a small force moving in here as well. We can intercept this force. Napoleon can intercept this force, and I think we better do that, because otherwise this force might be reinforced with more troops. So let's go ahead and autosave. You know what? First, before we go ahead and check that, let's go ahead and check that we have all of these ticked in. And we do, actually. So let's go ahead and start the battle. Normally, what I do is I go into the battle and then I realize, oh, I do not have the radar or any of these things enabled, and I have to wait a while until those turn up. Wait, we intercepted, but Napoleon is still counted as the defender. So we attack, but still we defend. Not entirely sure how that's supposed to work. Got a town in the way of my great battery. I think I'll deploy the battery. No, on this side there's a hill in the way. Right here there's quite clearly a forest in the way. This is really the best-ish not at all place. I guess the best place is where it's stationed, and then we have this one out on the flank. The Russians like to charge, so if they try to come through the forest, I can just blast them to hell with canister. We got this chasseur unit, or these two small chasseur units. These are not going to be useful, so we're going to put them back here. Then we have all our line, which is going to be just strewn out across here, and then I'll portion them out a bit better. I'll have to move, of course. Quite a few of these are in the way of the artillery and in the way of other things. Oh, there's only one of these. Guess you will hold the flank. Then what do we have here? Yes, we have two veteran troops. Why don't you fan out along here? You guys will be set up there. Quite a good overview. Empress Dragoons. I will station my heavy cavalry on this side. Light cavalry in the center, ready to move. So we'll move them in a more column-like formation. And then Napoleon will be stationed next to this house, sort of next to the church. And you know what? Doesn't this army have sappers? Yes, we do. And the sappers gonna have to deploy some kind of defense. We're gonna deploy small defense. You know what? They can have one of these defense thingies to defend them. You know what? We'll do it like this. And so then they're fully dug in here. And then these two will have to, these units will have to march out from the houses. But the rest on these side can stay. So, let's go ahead and conduct the battle. And we'll start by moving these guys into a straight line. What's the small unit that I got there with me? Kinda nasty right here, because we're sort of gonna be standing and fighting on a graveyard. Halloween special of Napoleon Total War 3 campaign. Standing there, especially since you got this sort of mist all around. The battery is roaring, and it's destroyed all the cannons of the Russian battery right off from the start. Russia sends a lot of their troops right down the center. Leibgewehr, foot Jaegers. We do not like Jaegers, especially from nations that deploy... What's this? Hollands! Form square! A lot of the cavalry units are quite broken up. These bastards. Form square! The enemy's broken. Form back into line. Time to go to canister. Ah, Russian cavalry has struck over here, but they struck quite badly. To make sure that that area wins, we're gonna send the light cavalry over to take a look at that. Enemy cavalry is charging straight towards the canister. They realized the mistake and are withdrawing. Too late though, because we already sprayed the bastards. Oh, the lancers are back. You're gonna have to, both of you units, drop the square. And then both of you are gonna have to drag out along here. There's a lot of Russian units coming along there. Napoleon is probably gonna be needed out here, and he's gonna take defense in the forest. On this side, we're winning. Dragoons though, quite heavy, so we don't want to go too close on them. These Jaegers are being able to fire on these men without them being able to fire back, so advance upon them. The Russians are in a melee fight with the 8-foot guards. And the 1st foot guards, the chasseur unit.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Napoleon will inspire this unit. We got a lot of Russians going in on the flank. Get the cavalry behind here. Canister is breaking the Russian force. No, they're charging in. Get the cannon crew back. We need to support this by flanking these men in towards the center. The cavalry over here is about to get sent away, so we can send forward our cavalry. And then we can swing around, get those guys away. The cannons have been silenced. A lot of this fighting is not... A lot of this melee fighting is not good. And these two units are about to get overrun. Canister, cover their retreat and let them fall back. Do not fire! Do not fire at our own men, you morons. Run! And these two units will fall back to cover as well. Napoleon will get back here to make sure that these guys hold. Where the cavalry is ready, get in here. These guys, these three, should hurry. Get over there. Cannon crew has to fall back even further as the enemy is pushing through. The sappers needs to form line and start facing that way. You two are gonna form a wedge like that. Heavy cavalry go through. Cannons fall back. Napoleon, come over here to support your men. The heavy cavalry charges through the Russian lines. They probably need a... Let's inspire the Emperor's Dragoons. Go through that line and go into the second one. And then we can see about reclaiming the guns. Reclaim the guns. The lines must hold, I think. If the... Well, the lines must hold. I don't think they must hold. They must hold. But I think that if the cavalry is successful, we won't have a problem with the other. Okay, fall back a bit. These guys need to fall back. Cavalry, come around back here. Oh crap, I can't move these guys just yet. A lot of the Russians are falling back. Cavalry will continue through that way. Canister on that square. The cavalry is pushing through. Get some good canister going on those men. Napoleon's army really needs time to recover because we have lost a lot of men here. Keep going through the Russians. Charge! Charge them. And these guys are about to break, so I get these three. Coming up behind these guys, shooting in the back. Yeah, these guys are retreating. Form square. And then you will go next to it. Fortunately, there's not a lot of close-ups here, but that's because, well, you can see the situation. There's a lot of stuff happening. Keep chasing the Russians away. We got one Russian unit turning up here. See if the cannons can turn. Oh. Come on. Boom! Nice canister. But will that be enough? Yes, it was enough. It was enough to turn them away. And we turned this unit away as well. And we won the battle. But we probably lost quite a few men, and unfortunately I wasn't able to go in and take some closer looks. I know people want more of them, but it's kind of hard to play at the same time. The thing was, I remember I did do quite more close-ups in the beginning, but then someone was complaining about, oh, you do too many close-ups and you're missing, you're you know, fighting badly. And so there's a balance act, and it's sort of hard to do both of them. Oh, here we got someone. Oh, it's one of ours. I thought maybe it was an enemy. Poor guy being dragged behind the horse through the snow. Or maybe he's retreating. He doesn't want to. He knows what happens when Napoleon goes to Russia, and he just, I'm gonna go home. I'm not entirely sure that is the way home, though. I wonder what happens when the horse hit the fence. Is he gonna jump with him still on, or is he gonna hang him on the fence? What's gonna happen? I want to see. Probably it's just gonna jump over. Let's see. Nope. It went straight through the fence. It's a ghost horse. Right. End the battle. Let's save this, and I can take a spiffing thumbnail out of that battle. I could do I lost 1,000 men though. That's 1/3 of my force, and this army has already been weakened quite a lot. But what I can do, I can save replays and then I can play on them, but that's gonna take a lot of work, and I probably only be able to get I don't know. I think it would you know, increase the process of making these videos quite a lot. Spain, you haven't done anything. I wish I could have done like sort of replicate what Napoleon did in real life and invade the Spanish and the Portuguese, but right now I don't really have enough troops, and the Spanish are so well prepared for an attack that I don't think I would be able to succeed in it. The Polish army is back in action since this unit has been reformed, and they should be able to move up and destroy this one that turned up. We need to rebuild that unit we lost, the Voltigeurs. Maybe we can see about getting these off the island. Maybe it's too much micromanagement to try to get them off the island, but we could try. And so now when the turn has been done, we can move the navies. And since there's a navy blockading our advance on St. Petersburg, we're gonna move to take Finland, and then we can march the army towards St. Petersburg. Right, Napoleon needs to stay here to replenish. It would be nice if we could get like full green resupply thing going, but doesn't look like it. The Belgian army can strike out and attack that one. And then we got you going towards Smolensk, and then this spy is not really needed here. He can move towards Moscow, so we can see what's going on there. The guy in Kiev has made a spy network. At some point I'm gonna mobilize this and have them attack, but I really want to have this done before I open up a new rat hole in this area. We got this reinforcement troop coming in, which can move directly in with Juno. And then we stand ready to attack this guy. Murat needs to control this, because otherwise, if the Russians come here and destroy that, a resupply is gonna get destroyed. But I think we're gonna need to move Elan over to send this guy off, or make sure that if he attacks, we can send the bastard away. Now the Polish, I moved the Polish army. We got the more reinforcements coming up. Continue up towards here. Don't we have some cannons? Here's the cannons. They will go into this army, which don't have a lot of cannons. What were you? Yes, you were gonna reinforce this region. Then I'm recruiting more here, just in case if Denmark decides to declare war on us. We have this army. Oh, are we recruiting anything more down here? Yes, we are recruiting these two. And then we're recruiting a load of troops here. A load of lances. We don't really need all of those lances. I mean, it's too many lances really to outfit an army, but we can have some of them. 4 lances plus the guard 3 lances plus the guard lancer. I think that's okay. 6-pounder guns, not really needed. And everything's protected here. Could go ahead and do another turn then. See what the enemy will do. I think they will try to siege this, so I don't think they're gonna move. Maybe they're gonna try, some of the Russians gonna try to move out now when I move the lawn over here. This army might come up over here, which would endanger Napoleon. The army here, this one, we don't want that one to come close to Napoleon. Napoleon is in a bad position here because his army is badly torn up. This army should definitely start to move then on St. Petersburg, since we have very little to stand against him. And then he can march all the way to the border and prepare to move across. And there's really nothing here to protect it. And Novgorod, there's nothing really there to protect that either. And is there anything else I need to change? Not really. Just gonna go ahead and save. And let's end turn. The thing though about the victory conditions is really about conquering Germany. So Saxony, I think Hessen, Bavaria, and no, Mecklenburg is not. Mecklenburg is part of it, maybe? No, I'm not sure. But it's German states, really. So going this far into Russia was never necessary to win the campaign. But I want to win, sort of to crush my enemies. And it would also be quite nice to break the English by attacking them. Maybe even freeing Scotland. Yeah, they're mobilizing a lot of men against Napoleon. So maybe Napoleon needs to redraw from that. There was actually some attrition. How come there's no attrition for Russia and for France, but it was from the Turks? Someone gained friends in government. Recruits a lot of these in Hanover. We got another ship in the bay. Troops there. The siege here continues, but we are replenishing our force, as you can see. There's a small force coming in there, and I think Juno's force is strong enough to take it on. Yeah, and they flee back. The thing now is though that Juno is being drawn away from this battle. But the thing is, he had the most, the Moonstone, 10% chance of being assassinated. Courageous leader, very good. We want to keep this under control. Now we can't see the Russian force here anymore. But I think Lan and Ney is enough. We got the Polish army, which is going to come in to help Napoleon. But I think Napoleon. Yes, what we can do is we can move a lot of forces in here, and suddenly we outnumber the enemy. We outnumber the Russians. And it's the Belgian army that will lead the attack on the Russians. Now we left Belarus open for attack, but we could have these for reinforcement units, just taking control of it, making sure the Russians are not able to take that back. Then now we can actually attack and take St. Petersburg. And I'm gonna redirect one of these cannons is gonna go to this army, but the other two are gonna go down to here, and we're gonna replace the howitzers because the howitzers are useless. These guys are gonna move in here, make sure that Brandenburg is secure. So what we need to capture is, we need to capture Saxony, we need to capture Hessen and Bavaria to win. And I've got 4 years still to do that, so no hurry really. So we got plenty of time to defeat our enemies. And lances. I can, I can prepare like a huge invasion of England with just huge amount of forces to drag everything in to defeat the English. Every single army. And invade Sweden as well. Right, yes. We are able now to land an army in Finland. There's quite a lot of Swedes here. But they're all militia units, I think. No, this army actually has some quality to it. So this could actually be quite hard to go against that, but we're gonna land the army here anyways. Boom. We've landed the army. It would be nice if the ships could sort of open fire from if the battle conducted close enough. But that I mean that would be pretty darn close enough, because I don't know how far you could possibly aim cannons off the ship. But yeah, we're gonna attack St. Petersburg now. There's nothing there, and so we out the resolve, and it crashed. And I'm back. As we saw, for some reason it crashed when I attacked St. Petersburg. Not entirely sure why. So for this turn, I'll go ahead and lay siege to it, and then I'm not sure why it crashed, but we're gonna have to take a closer look at that. And then we've got this fight, and maybe we can get something going here. Then we got this, and we'll put this one ashore here. This one's gonna be an interesting battle. I wonder if the Swedes got any cannons here. They got quite a lot of cavalry. We got heavy cavalry in that army. Then it's about if the German states declare war on me. And but otherwise, I mean, my technology is going fine. We don't have a lot of these left until we are completely done with everything. Mass production opens up unhappiness, but it also recruits reduces the cost of troops here and there, so that's good. Symphony and stuff, quite good stuff all around. I can obviously go ahead and what I can do is I can force a lot of nations, just pay them off and stop trading with England again to get that sort of trade blockade going again. But maybe I should just go ahead and defeat those nations. Right now England does about 4,200 from their trade, while I make quite a lot. I make 6,000 coming in from here, but a lot of the other are blocked, but this one's open, so 3,000. That's 9,000 from naval trade. Do I get trade any other of my ports? No. But then I guess because I have so much territory, I can get a lot of trade over by land, as we see. Of my trade routes, it's from Ireland, Greece, Portugal, Mecklenburg, and Sicily, which I do not have a land route that are their trade being blocked, but everyone else is open. So Romania, Oldenburg, Westphalen, Saxony, Denmark, Sardinia, Hessen, Spain, Bavaria. No, that's Batavia. Swiss Confederation. Where's Bavaria? Do I not have trade with Bavaria? Yeah, I do. I do have trade. I have trade with so many partners. And England has nothing. And then my protectorates is Romania, Oldenburg, Westphalen, Ireland and Greece. Quite nice. Could give away this region to the Romanians, but I don't think the Romanians haven't really been any sort of go-getters trying to attack the Ottomans. So that's kinda pointless. Yes. So there's a lot of exciting stuff for next time. This battle will definitely occur next time. Then we'll see if we can sort of keep stalling the Russians and then wipe them out. Then I don't know what here. This one against the Swedes in Finland's gonna get exciting. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.